Alright, so we just wrapped up at the track, drove back home. Lifts today is going to take part in the garage gym. First thing we have is going to be block snatches. So today is our concentric day. So I usually tell everyone concentric day is just your standard lifting. We're not pausing, we're not slow lowering, we're just lifting. Some of the movements though will kind of be focused mainly on the concentric, like snatching, we're going from the block. So basically it's just that upwards motion. From trap bar deadlifts, we're not going to really focus on the lowering. Once we get to the top position, we're just going to drop it. So we'll get some warm-ups in on snatch today, kind of go through it. There will be a secondary power movement with this outside with the med balls as well. All right, for today we're warming up block snatches. Today we're building up to 120 for 3 doubles. My snatches I haven't tested in a while, so basically I think it's my clean 1 rep max and then use an estimate off of that to get numbers. So might be a little bit too light today, might be a little bit too fast, so I might want to add some weight, but we'll kind of see how they go as we're going and warm up for them. All right, first working set, 120. Trying to be in good positions, keeping that bar close to my body. I felt on the second one as soon as I came up, super far away from me. Med ball tosses out there are going to be a little tricky. Ground's still wet from the rain, so as soon as it hits, rolls around a little bit, trying to get a good grip that's not slipping out of my hands. But no worries, a little adversity for the day, trying to get through it. All right, we finished up snatch, the med ball overhead toss. Go into our big lower body strength for the day. It's gonna be our trap bar deadlift. Again, this is gonna be our concentric focus only, so we'll be dropping at the top. I think working weight today is like 370 for like 4 triples maybe, or 4 doubles. I don't remember, I'll have to look, but go through the warm up. We'll kind of just give you a couple little clips of the warm up as we're going through this with some text on just kind of like weights and percentages of how I'm warming up. All right, 370 working sets. We're gonna go 5 sets of 3 on this. Again, just fucking trap bar deadlift, pick it off the ground. I'm excited for these 5x3s. It's finally gotten nice, it's sunny outside. It's got the fan blowing on me. It's a good garage gym session. Trap bar always just destroys the hands though. All right, set number 5, last one, best one of these, trying to make sure that speed, positioning all resembles exactly what the first one looked like. All right, that's it for trap bar deadlift. We're gonna go through our accessory movements. I'm probably just gonna fly through these, just give you guys a little bit of a caption. Sets, reps on the back end, trying to make sure this isn't too long of a video today. All right, that's it for today's training session in the garage. Damn, I'm tired after sprinting this morning, then coming here and lifting. Like, definitely am enjoying this like intense, thorough speed development on the front end of some of my lifts, and then the back end lifting. But in terms of like time, like effort, like it's great for right now because I have the time in the summertime. Once fall picks up and I'll have like softball and track full time I might have to break it up to where it's like a sprint day, lift day, sprint day, just to kind of consolidate a little bit on time. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying these training vlogs. Again, I'm trying to keep them raw, just as is, some information as we build on these. Again, every week, the only thing that's going to change is maybe some like intensity, maybe time under tension. So I'm not going to just keep providing the same workout videos. I might do next week, all right, a little bit more of a breakdown of like, why did we make jumps from week 1 to week 2, and maybe highlight only a couple exercises or a couple of the sprint stuff. Like definitely on the day we're doing dribbles, maybe dive a little bit more into like, all right, how are we actually progressing these dribbles? How are we seeing improvement? How do we work on fixing some of the flaws? So trying to keep these just fun, educational, and a little bit of just like a raw training session through my crazy mind of how I program for myself, whether that's thinking about new concepts, thinking about new ways of how I can stress myself, and then maybe how do I use this in the future, maybe with some of my athletes and clients I work with. But hopefully you guys enjoyed today's training vlog. Until next time, take it easy.